Hello, it's Snore with Aaron's, and I'm sitting here with a old door handle from one of our Oceans. This is the left rear door handle. I also have the left driver side door handle. That was the one that broke first, where the door handle insert deteriorated, as they do in most of the cars. So we have made our 3D printed versions of them, and they look like this. This one has a door handle insert, the original one, that is fully intact, but well, actually it's started to deteriorate a little bit here, see there, but it's not broken yet. Anyhow, we replaced all our door handles with the Gen 2A handles, but they are hard to get now. So for those of you guys who start to have a car where the insert has deteriorated and it cracks and you start getting water in and you're not happy about it, you can buy these and they last a long time. You'll be happy. And they illuminate just like the original, so nobody would see it ever happened. You can replace them and it'll be like new. I would still recommend the two Gen 2A handles, just because they come with some safety features that the old handles originally delivered with the car does not have, such as if the 12-volt battery dies or gets super weak, you might not be able to unlock the car, and people might not be able to get out of the car, and people on the outside might not be able to help you because the door is still locked. So if possible, it would be best for you to get the Gen 2A handles. If not, I would recommend getting our little trunk emergency release cover, so that you can at least still exit the car via the trunk. But that aside, this is how our 3D printed door handle insert looks, and we're going to put it into this handle here. Since this handle is not installed in a car, it has not popped out. But to do that, if you press the front part of it, the rear will pop out a little bit, and you can actually pull it out by hand. So if the mechanism dies on your handle one day, you can still open it that way. And how I put a spatula in so that now it stays out. I have already released this cover here. I'm not good at it, so I'm not going to show you how to do it, but a fingernail will do it. You can jam a fingernail in the crack here, or maybe a sharp blade. Just be careful not to scratch the paint. Maybe a thin spatula can do it too. I used this one to get that one off, and well, it came off, but I still broke a bunch of these little tabs that are along the edge. There's 12 little tabs on each end here, and then what there be 5 down each side, and they engage with the handle here itself to keep it on. So after you take it off, be expecting to use some glue to re-adhere this, because most likely you'll break a couple of these tabs. For glue, I recommend not super glue, just because it seemed like it emits some gases that would create a haze that could damage your paint, and also maybe put a small haze on your door handle insert. So I would probably find some better plastic glue, something that takes a couple of hours to dry, but I think was it called something 3000 I used on my old handle that I had a door handle insert in, and it stayed on for the year I drove with it until I installed the new Gen 2A handles. Anyhow, cover is off. Underneath is the old door handle insert. In this case, it's not cracked yet, but in your case, it might be cracked and falling to pieces as you are taking it off. If not, it is probably glued on, so you might have to use a small blade and put in between the black part and the insert itself and split it apart. And it is on with a few tabs along the side too. They don't break, at least they don't seem like they break. Underneath is a strip with LEDs, so be careful when you dig the other one out not to damage the LEDs with any sharp tools. Along the edge, I don't know if you can see that probably here, but there might be a little bit of glue in this groove along here. If there's a lot, it might be beneficial to dig some of that out and maybe reapply some glue for the future to try and keep this a little bit more waterproof. This little tray, I guess you can see, comes out. So this little tray here holds the LEDs and a little reflector plate and the new or old door handle insert. So here's our new door handle insert. It has a rounded end, or more rounded and less rounded end. The less rounded has a small tab on it. It's hard to see, but it's there. The less rounded, or let's call it more square end, is going in at the end where the LEDs are attached to the little tray here. And the more rounded end goes to the other end. Inside our little door handle insert, there are small tabs on the inside that would hold onto the LED to help guide it into place as you put it in the little tray. So try and just put the LEDs up there. Maybe as you put it in, keep a little pressure this direction. That way you can kind of make sure that the LEDs are still attached behind the little tabs, and then put it on in the tray and start squeezing along the edge, and you hear little clicks and you see the tabs you have disappear down into the tray, and go along the whole edge. There's one more there. There you go. And it should be pretty much flush along the whole side, and maybe do I see a small part of the door handle insert protruding a little bit above the black, but that is perfectly okay. Just make sure that's even. So you got it down all the way. And now you're going to put your handle cover back on again. I did not say when I took it off. It could be a good idea to find out which side was up, because there is a difference. It's hard to see, but one side is actually a little bit wider than the other one. This one is more narrow than this one. If I use a little caliber here, this one should be about 11.5, and this one is about 10.5 millimeter, that is. So if you eyeball it, see the wider one, put that up top and press it down. If you have been good and you still had all your tabs left, now you're done. Replacement has been completed. If you are not very good like me, it comes off easy because there's no tabs to hold it down. So put a little bead of glue along the edge here, and maybe down on this part too. You can easily see what would be exposed to the outside or not, and then put it on. Maybe have a little clamp here, or put some tape on. When I did mine a long time ago now, a year and a half, 2 years ago, whenever it was, I used painter's tape. So I just put some painter's tape around a couple of places at the ends, and it holds up perfectly good. Let the seat there for whatever hours it takes for the glue to dry, and you've done it. But this was just a tutorial of how to put the door handle insert into the tray without damaging your LEDs. It's important to make sure the LEDs is inside the handle so you don't accidentally pinch something when you push it down. And that's why it's important for you to also see that it's flush with the edges here, so that it is seated completely and the LEDs are not hurt. And you should be in a good shape. Good luck.